All right, I start the countdown.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you.
I guess I did that right. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the crew and you. I am your boy, Corey Davis. On my side, we got the OG, the original guy, the original commander, Chuck, from the Sparkle City, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man.
That's what's up. G will be joining us shortly. He's at the game. If he's not, me and Chuck gonna continue to do what we do. We're gonna talk about some simple stuff today. Mainly black basketball, and hopefully when our boy G comes on, we'll introduce him from the Hawks game, and we'll get some of his insights. Because at this point he's becoming a Hawks fan. He's becoming a true guy because his team let him down. But at the same time, it's always good to have a secondary brother, and I think the Hawks have been doing a good job on him this whole season. So, what's up with you, though, dude?
I'm doing great, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great, man. I was told, man, like I said, you put together a good show as far as the MVP, most valuable player, the coach of the year. We're gonna, I guess, talk about a few things, mainly just basketball today, considering. But I guess my first question to you is, who is your MVP?
Right now, I'm kind of torn between Dochi and a B, but I'm going with MB.
Embiid is your guy.
Embiid is my guy.
How long has it been since a center has been the MVP, has been the main guy in the league? How long has it been?
Who won it last year? I thought Doncic won it last year. Who won the MVP last year?
MVP. I thought LeBron did, didn't he? Did he not get it?
I think LeBron won the MVP last year.
Let's see. MVP 2021. Is that what we're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
NBA MVP 2021.
Check out these pictures.
Oh, it was Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic. Okay, yeah. Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
So he's a true center?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. For the Nuggets, I don't watch too much Nuggets play, but hey, he is. Hold on. My man G is at the game right now. Let's see if we can add him to the stream. Yeah. What up? Oh, can't hear you. Look.
Kristen, make sure she tight. You tight.
That's what's up. What's up, Brody? How's your experience going at the game, man?
It's going well, man. It's a packed house here today, man. It's a packed house. The house fell pretty well right now. We got 47 points. Let me try to turn the video for y'all. Let's see.
Okay.
There we go.
As y'all can tell, it's a packed house. It sounds like it's a bomb booming party right now at the Hawks Stadium at Phillips Arena. Nice. And the seats don't look too bad, huh, Charlie?
Oh no, they're great seats. That's how them ballers do it, man.
Hey, I know, right? Your brother went to one of the games too, right?
Yeah, he went to one of them. He won the tickets for add the most people to the podcast. So he won those seats. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He did. I remember he was telling me about how good it was. I want to go, man. He done asked me on 2 occasions. I done missed both because I had to work. But at the same time, have you ever been to an NBA game?
I've been to a Charlotte game before.
Okay. How's Charlotte?
Charlotte's pretty exciting, but it's more exciting because that was a night that LeBron was still playing. It's been a while ago. You can tell because LeBron was still playing for Miami when I went.
Oh, that was during Miami heyday.
Yeah.
Okay. The Charlotte.
Yeah.
Were you going for Charlotte, or were you going because Miami was there?
Because Miami was there.
Are you a Charlotte fan?
Oh no, I really don't have I really don't have a claim to fame for an NBA team.
Okay.
I'm anybody but, and I
What
don't
does
have to worry
that
about that. Anybody but the Lakers.
And now that I think about it, I don't know if I've heard you mention anything about a basketball team. But I know you watch it. But as far as the favorite, nothing like the Commanders, though, right?
Oh no, yeah, I really don't have a favorite. Like I say, no, I got a favorite college team. But no favorite NBA team. As my brother say, I used to. I know we get into this later, but I like LeBron until he went to LA. He kind of let me down, and we can see why. But that's another story.
So I guess before we get into the NBA and their MVPs and all that stuff, so G has been a season ticket holder now. This is his, I think, maybe second season outside, or maybe first season. I know he had a dream and the Hawks, but at the same time now he's kind of embraced both teams, with the dream and now the Hawks being season ticket holders for both. What does it take for a team to kind of take you in and switch you around? I know he's not leaving the Lakers, but if you had a team that you could put your arms around, how would that team get you to buy tickets or buy season tickets?
For me, I guess it would have to be a player that I like.
Okay, you start with a player.
I start with a player, and I think I guess it's harder for me because I'm in South Carolina, so we really don't have any professional teams here in the area that I'm in, other than Charlotte, and the Charlotte had been that good. So I guess if being in Atlanta and having an additional pro teams there that's different than your pro team, then you can kind of lean toward those teams based on living in that town. So I guess that's one of the things they probably have you leaning toward.
Yeah,
going to a different team.
And then I imagine too, if the seats are super duper affordable and you can go and have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be straight with you. Like and I ain't gonna let me say it's been 6 years, maybe 7, since the Falcons have contacted me as far as tickets are concerned. Let me see. But now I've gotten there he is.
Man, the reception's bad in here, bro.
Yeah, you walked away from your seat?
Yeah, I had to come down and get some popcorn for the wifey, man.
Okay.
That's some cookies. And you see, we got the cookie section right here, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we waiting on cheesecake coming up, I think.
Cheesecake?
Yeah, cheesecake. They got cheesecake. My dog just told me, man. Yeah, all that over there. Yeah. So you got to get down here early, right before halftime.
Hey, so tell us about your experience, man, with like I said, being a Hawks. Well, I ain't gonna call you a Hawks fan just yet, but the Hawks experience guy.
So I'm slowly turning into a Hawks fan second team.
Okay.
The experience is amazing, man. We have seats in the Harris Lounge, so we're able to come down and get food or food included with our seats, man. So it's an amazing experience, man. Like your food's included. Like I said, it's like a buffet style. We have different entrees each week or each game. You get to taste something different. I think last game they had was New Orleans style. So it varies, man, but it's good. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's fun. It's what me and my wife call date night. And so we come out here, man, and we don't want to cook at home. We'll come to a game.
Hold on a second. Go ahead, Chuck. Hold on. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay.
Are we ready? Yeah. So I'm about to get my cookie supply and me a cheesecake now.
Yeah, so my brother's got down here mentioning that, talking about the cookies. So you know how we do. So
grab one.
So So can you get it to go box?
Look. We tried. We tried, believe me. And I know when Rodney came, he tried too.
He said to go box. I know that right.
Yeah. Hey, you know you go to those family dinners, everybody want to take some home with them.
I know, right? Look, start packing it up before they even get before the party gets started.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So tell us about halftime.
Halftime they normally do some type of show. Normally I'm downstairs. Thank you, appreciate you. Normally I'm downstairs getting my food and using the bathroom and whatnot. But I'm gonna try to give you all a view of where we are right now. This is where we are right now.
Wow.
First and last 2 hours.
He right there at the floor.
Yeah. So you see the crowd is coming to go get their cookies.
Okay.
I beat everybody to it. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So right here. Yes.
So are you around those same people all the time, G?
Say it again, Corey.
I said, are you around those same people all the time?
Yeah.
Are those?
Yeah. So I sit around my girl Janice and Lou Williams' mom, and then normally I got the people to my side who are always here, but they're not here today. They got a whole bunch of new people here today. I got the playoff tickets, and they're getting on my nerves. They're drunk as a mug. I'm behind us. I'm gonna try to show you a picture of them. They bought the tickets.
What you say?
I heard her say they about to do something.
A head or a team? What do you mean?
You talking to somebody?
This is just
Yeah.
like on the spot.
So my wife don't want them to give away their tickets.
Jesus!
And then they said, keep the tickets. Yeah. No.
I guess he having a conversation.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear?
I can hear you.
Okay. It's not here.
A little bit. So G, what are you trying to show us right now?
I think they about to go into halftime.
Is
They
it?
can't hear us. Yeah, they can't hear us. No? Can y'all hear us?
A little bit. What did they say?
So Crystal was trying to explain why that's Trey Young's dad right there walking out right there.
You trying to explain why it's his dad? You know why it's his dad. As you said, she trying to explain why it's his dad?
Oh no. She was trying to explain to you why they shouldn't give tickets to anybody. And like the playoffs, he said it was rough. Because the people come in and they act a fool. Like they are right now.
What do you say?
Yeah, I can hear all that.
Well, y'all go ahead. Y'all can hear
Hey,
me.
hey, G, since you so in good with Sweet Lou's mom, you might be able to get Sweet Lou on the show.
Hey, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna talk to her today about it, man. I get it.
I know that right.
You
You normally talk to Lou Williams' mother at the game?
Yeah. The whole game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, has he ever approached his mom at a game?
Before the game.
Before the game, okay.
Yeah, before the game.
That's what's up. Have you talked to Lou Williams before?
I never got to talk to him.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Nelly?
Huh?
Nelly?
Nelly?
He said Nelly, yeah.
Where's Nelly?
I guess must be walking out.
Oh. Is Nelly a Hawks fan?
I think he has a Charlotte outfit on, I think.
Yeah, Charlotte outfit.
Yeah.
Ain't for St. Louis?
Yeah. They don't have a team though, do they?
A basketball team, no. But,
St. Louis Hawks. He should be a Hawks fan.
I know, right? The old school St. Louis Hawks. Oh, James Littlejohn saying the parts messing you up, G.
What? Oh, the AirPods?
I guess so. But you can hear us though, right?
I can hear y'all. Yeah, I can hear y'all clearly.
Okay. Barely or clearly?
Clearly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to add you into a little bit of this for your NBA awards. Who's your coach of the year?
My coach of the year, it's hard not to go with Monty Williams, but I'm actually going to go with Ty Lue.
Ty Lue?
I think what Ty Lue has done with the Clippers, without his 2 stars, man, is amazing. So I'm going to go with Ty Lue.
Who you got, Chuck?
I'm going off the bridge. I'm going with, for the same reason, I'm going with Steve Kerr, because Steve Kerr done basically the same thing. He didn't have Draymond. Curry has been out. The other Splash Brothers been out, and they still finished up in 3rd place. I know they started out real good, but then they had some injuries, so they fell down. So I'm going with Steve Kerr. I think he's done a good job.
Did you think that the Golden State Warriors would be as good as they were this year, even with a beat up team?
I think it just depends on how Curry comes back.
Okay.
If he can't come back 100%, then I don't think I'm not sure how far they'll go without Curry being 100%.
I'm with my coach of the year. I'm gonna stick with Monty Williams only because they shafted him last year. He should have been the coach of the year last year, and the Phoenix Suns have come back and they've continued to be as good as they were last year. So I'm hoping that they'll go a little bit further and possibly meet Golden State in the Western Conference finals. I'm still going with Golden State as my team to go to the finals, but I wanted Monty to get it, because I think they kind of shafted him last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now at the same time, since we're going that route, do you have a difference in the East and West with coach of the year? If there was a coach of the year in the East and coach of the year in the West, who would be your guy in the East? If you're going with Steve Kerr in the West.
All right, you can ask me that. Can't remember his name. Miami Heat coach.
Oh, Spoelstra.
Spoelstra.
Okay, I respect that. Spoelstra.
I don't think a lot of people thought Miami Heat was going to finish number 1. I think everybody thought it was going to be between Milwaukee, mainly Milwaukee, probably repeating and since they're the defending champs. But I think he would be my coach of the year in the East.
What about your boy from Brooklyn? Does he get any? What's his name?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Yeah. Does he get in the pool for what he did with New York? With Brooklyn.
He didn't do anything. They barely made it in. If they have done like I guess one of the other teams and been in the top 5 and not been in the play-in with the injuries they have, then maybe yes.
So KD, he came back on the interim level, right? I mean, he ain't come back being the seven. Like at this point now, they give him the green light. But Harden was fat. You know, you had your problem with KD. You know, I mean, Kyrie. I mean, does he get that same, you know, pull or push like you giving Steve Kerr? Because he had a messed up squad also, and they wasn't as high. But just imagine them 27 games that we talked about before. If Kyrie was able to play, or if he wasn't as stubborn as he was, you know. I'm trying to give him the same flowers that you're giving Kerr, because I thought about that. You're right. Kerr had to work around a lot of injuries, but so did Brooklyn.
But Brooklyn ended up what, number 7? And Golden State ended up number 3.
I mean, I'm just saying they're scraping in. You're right. I mean, I'm just saying, but who had the messier team? Who had the team with the most, you know, I'm going to give Brooklyn the nod for having the most trouble, because you lose a star, you know, then one of your stars don't want to play, you know, then you make a trade, you know, I mean, and you still make the playoffs.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, we had them high in the beginning. We had them higher.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
I guess at that time we didn't know there was going to be the issue with Kyrie couldn't play.
Right.
Didn't know they had the internal turmoil.
Yeah.
With a disgruntled player.
and then
KD got hurt.
Yeah, because in the beginning we would have never thought that Harden was going to want to trade, you know, or he was just that unhappy. But I know I think in our top 3, and I ain't gonna lie, we didn't pick Miami.
Nope,
we didn't. If we didn't, let me see. Did you pick? Yeah, we did. We picked Brooklyn. I think we didn't pick. Did we pick the 76ers?
I think we picked the 76ers, and I think maybe Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay,
Milwaukee.
So those were our top 3. I think we did kind of agree with that. But did we think that they were going to be on the bottom? No. Did we think Miami was going to be up top? No. Mm-hmm. You know, so I just want to make sure that Nash gets some recognition, though I know he's not a coach of the year, but to deal with what he's had to deal with, you know, because KD 100% in it, like I said in the beginning. Harden was still fat and wanted to leave. Kyrie was just all over the place. 3 stars that could have got you there, and you ended up with, you know, still in the playoffs, and I think what did it, number 7 seed?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I give him the honorable mention.
Right. I can agree with that.
Yeah. And I wish that my Hawks, you know, could have pushed a little bit better. I would have pushed for you know, McDaniels. I'm messing up my coach's name. But I would have pushed for the Hawks coach to have been a little bit closer, but they just it was just too splashy. You know what I mean? So on, like I said, on that same topic, what about your MVPs, MVP awards? If we talking about MVPs, who let's go with, you know, your let's say, I guess I call it the Batman Robin Award. Your Robin Award will go to whom? If Embiid is your MVP, give me your Robin Award.
It'd be Jokic.
Who? Jokic?
Yeah.
Man, does anybody ever give CP3, you know, his just due? Huh?
I'm just saying. I think Jokic has a better year than CP3.
Right, McMillan. You're right, James McMillan. But I'm gonna come back to that. But Jokic as your Robin Award, my Robin Award, because he ain't gonna, like, he was my MVP initially. KD was my guy. Remember, I was pushing for him, and you know, when G was being disrespectful, but right. KD was my, and I'm gonna have to do East and West. KD was my MVP, but since I can't take away Joel Embiid, man. He has been phenomenal this year. My Robin Award is gonna go to KD because I thought he's still unstoppable. He just doesn't have the team every day to play with him. In my East, in my West, if Curry wasn't hurt, man, Curry, he's been doing some phenomenal things this year. I would have put him up there, and then my Robin Award would have went to CP3. You see what I'm saying? Because they doing great work up there. You know, still be at the top.
So KD is KD is your man.
KD the man for me.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think you picked Cleveland to win the game last night, right?
I did. I as much as individually as my dude, I hate that you're calling me out like that, but I did think that Cleveland. I picked that as my hometown pick, but you know,
I think I was 2-0 last night. I picked Minnesota. And I picked Brooklyn.
Yeah, Minnesota, they were hype, man. They, you know, and they played with Cat being in foul trouble all night.
Yeah. And man, I saw an interview with his name Jackson. That used to play for the Clippers.
Oh, no, Beverly, Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, Beverly. Yeah. Man, they talked to him today. I saw an interview, and he said what? He said, "What did you say to your?" I can't say it on here, but he said, "What did you say to your former teammates?" He told them to get the H on back to LA.
Because he didn't want to be traded. He said, man, what did he say? I put my heart and soul in that team and they traded me. They didn't give a F about me. I'm like, he ain't gonna he started crying. So he obviously didn't want to leave LA. I don't know anybody who wanted to leave LA to go to Minnesota, but you know, but he said this game was so important to me because he just wanted to see them leave. He just wanted to see them out. It's probably gonna be the best that he ever played, you know. And I said, I'm glad they're there, but Pat Beverly probably gave his all in that one game. Shot it low, you know, but man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we've talked about our dark horses in the playoffs before, and I think Minnesota was one of my dark horses, you know, that's gonna, I ain't saying they're gonna win and do a whole lot, but you know what, I think we were talking about what team doesn't want to see a certain team.
Right.
Minnesota will be one of them, you know. Because like I said, I like what they have. They got a spirited team. They just don't have a lot of playoff experience, you know. So, you know, with that being said, you know, we'll keep this same, you know, energy going, and you know, for let me see, what was that? MIP. Was that most important player? Are we saying that right? Am I saying that right? What is MIP?
G got me on that one. I have no idea what MIP is.
All right, listen. So I'm gonna go with most important players. So in my head and in your head, we'll pick who our most important players are in the East and West.
Unless it's the most improved player.
Oh. All right. Okay. Did we ever talk about a most improved player?
I don't think we talked about a most improved player.
Huh. Who's the most improved player? You got an East and West most improved?
I don't have an East, but for West, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. He would fall up under improved, but I think Klay Thompson has come back.
Okay.
This year, and he may not be right back to the old Klay, but I think he's in the process of getting there. So based on what's happened to him over the last couple of years, and being able to come back and play the way he's playing, he'd be my most improved player. Like I say, he may not fall 100% into that category because he really didn't play last year. So I guess you say most improved is compared to last year to this year. But still, with him not playing last year, not playing for the last 2 years, and being able to come back and play the way he's playing right now.
It's been 2 years, huh?
Yeah.
So I'll let you have that one, and I'll give Klay the comeback story of the year for me because I did want him to play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most improved for me, I'm going with Cat Williams. You know, I'm sorry, Karl Anthony Towns. I was a Cat Williams. Karl Anthony Towns was as far as improving his team, making them a little bit more valuable, because they were always in the bottom in the West, you know, to me. And then for him to show up in the All-Star game, you know, All-Star weekend, you know, showing his ability to shoot the three and all this stuff, and their team being, I think right now they're the 6th seed in the West, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, no, 7th seed. They'd be the 7th seed because they won last night.
Right, they won the 7th. So I said, are y'all not looking at the chat? Yeah, we're looking at the chat, babe. My wife, she wanted me to put some of her chats up there. You know, most improved. She did say most improved. And
that's what I was gonna say next. She took the words out of my mouth, man. I had that.
Okay.
I was gonna say him. I was gonna say him. I could say Ja Morant
as your most improved. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one, babe. That's a good one. Ja
Yeah.
Morant as your most improved player. Wow, I didn't even think about that because he has from last year to this year.
Yeah, he's really stepped it up.
Wow. Yeah, I go
And
with that.
he was good last year, but he has really stepped up his game this year.
Yeah. Now, was he in MVP status, but or did they figure like it was too early to put him in MVP status?
Yeah, I don't think he was in MVP status, but he's gonna be in that status.
Okay.
He was meant to be in that status, that's for sure.
Galen said no way. No Ja Morant. Really? See, there he go being disrespectful. He ain't even there.
So he's saying no Ja Morant for most improved.
That's crazy. He don't even get most improved, G. Dang. He said he was a beast in last year too. But okay. Are you saying he's not improved or is he improved? You know, give us what you're talking about. Don't hate on him now. You know. So
the Grizzlies are number 2 seed. So he had to improve
in some kind of way. Leadership, something. You know, even if he won MVP, he did something. So I put him and Cat Williams kind of in that same thing. And then he said that's not the most. What you mean that's not the most? What you talking about, G?
Well, who is his most improved then?
I know, right? Who's the most improved in your eyes, G? Give us yours in a second. It better not be a Cowboy player. So let me see. They went 21-2 without him. Who?
Yeah, I guess you're saying they went 21-2 without Ja Morant.
Oh, come on, man.
But take Ja Morant away from their team and see what they'll be.
And ain't nobody, yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. So come on, G, you gotta do better than that, man. You know, I respect that answer, you know, only because I didn't even think about it until they brought it up. But they would, even though they went 21-2, he set the tone.
Right.
So they said that's like saying Trey is the most improved. Trey Young, come on. You're being real disrespectful right now, dude. Real disrespectful. We know what Trey does for the team, but what we were asking is, and when you most improved, MIP means from last year to this year, did you come up or did you go, you know, like I said, you had to make some kind of upswing.
Right.
You know, and I put in the same boat, I put Jimmy Butler in there because he took that Miami team, you know, like I said, to the top of the league in the East right now. You know, that leadership is coming from somewhere. And it ain't, you know, who else? It ain't Hero. It ain't, you know, it's got to be somebody that you know makes everybody else better. RJ,
and like I said, nobody thought that they would be at the top beginning of the season.
Right.
RJ Barrett is the most improved.
And New York, that's RJ Barrett talking about?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. RJ Barrett in New York from Duke.
The only person that probably agreed with him would probably be Zach. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Knicks fan.
Right. So he's picking RJ Barrett. Now the Knicks barely won 35 games. You can improve, but if you're the only one improving or proving what you can do, does that make you the most improved player? You know, you out there by yourself.
Go back to using his logic on him that he tried to say about KD. KD don't improve nobody around him.
Yeah, he did.
So the RJ Barrett do it just for himself, like Corey said, he do it for the team. Indications are he didn't do it for the team. So if you think he's supposed to improve, he was improving himself and not the team. And this is a team sport. This is not golf or tennis.
Facts. Let me see. He said, "Gator watch the game." You talking crazy?
He can't talk. He can't type fast enough right now.
I know, right? He probably going through it, trying to get his words out.
Yeah.
Now, so that's what I'm saying. I agree with Ja because, like I said, I don't think without him they would be in the position that they are. You know, so that's I like that portion on using. I'm sorry, that opinion that using Ja Morant as, you know, most improved. If they didn't put him in MVP status, most improved category is definitely noteworthy.
Right.
What about a 6-man?
I was gonna say Tyler Hero in Miami.
Coming off the bench, Tyler Hero. let me see. Who do I have as a good 6-man? You know what's crazy? Lou Williams for a long time. It was Lou. It was what's my boy name that he was 6-man for a long time. I mean, like he had made it like maybe 5-6 times. He played for the Clippers, New York. Came to Atlanta. Jordan Clarkson. I'm gonna say Poole for Golden State, but that's gonna be my 6-man. Well, was he a starter? Poole. Did Poole start?
I don't think so.
He came off the bench, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then your wife was like it. Some people talking about Kevin Love.
But Kevin Love didn't start. He came off the bench.
He comes off the bench.
Come off the bench now. Okay. Yeah. I like. You know what's crazy, dude? I gotta give some flowers to my man in Phoenix. He's the number 2 guy. Like I said, my Robin Award. What's your point guard that plays behind? I don't know. My head is
behind Chris Paul. I know who you're talking about. I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He date one of the Kardashians. What's my man name went to Kentucky, man?
Cameron Payne?
No, man. The point guard, good shooting guard, Devin Booker.
Oh, Booker. I thought you were talking about the backup for CP. Okay.
No,
Booker.
Booker. I mean Booker. You know, Booker.
Oh, okay.
Booker's one of my most underrated stars in the league, man. I want to give him some kudos, or how would they like to say it, an honorable mention. Tristan who? Tristan Thompson? Baby, you better get out of this line talking all that. Going back to that AKA meeting that you're supposed to be at.
She can't be talking about Tristan Thompson, did she?
I hope she ain't. Ain't no other Tristan, but goodness gracious. I hope she ain't. As far he ain't at Cleveland, no way, is it? Where is he at?
I'm not sure where Tristan Thompson is. I don't think he's at Cleveland.
Nah, I ain't seen him, which is good. I don't need to see him no more. So with the 6-man award, you said you went with who?
Tyler Hero.
My 6-man. Yeah, like I said, like I said, I ain't really up on the six guys, but man, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on that. Gee, who you got as your 6-man? I know you out there. He said he dated a Kardashian. Why you know that? Because he do date a Kardashian. Well, I came up with his name though. But gee, give us your 6-man while you're sitting there trying to watch some stuff, man. So like I said, I asked G, and I guess I didn't, and I asked you, how would, or what would it take for a team to kind of take you in as a secondary home? I got to think about the same thing. Like, okay, so with me, me and my wife, we always say we got a house divided, right? But at the same time, I learned to accept Cleveland football team, basketball team, and baseball team. Since, like I said, this is a long time coming, and sometimes you got to get a look. Like, let me tell you, my father-in-law once, he had bought me a LeBron James jersey. Let me tell you something. I ain't wore that thing not one time. I don't even know where it is.
How you gonna be like that, Corey?
I liked LeBron during one period of time when he was at Miami. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I respected it when he won at Cleveland. I like the fact that when he was at Cleveland, Cleveland wasn't even a contender until he got there. Cleveland wasn't talked about as an individual. I liked him early. Miami, I ain't gonna lie to you. When they had Ray Allen, him, they had, a host of just players when they won them 3 rings.
Chris Bosh.
Yeah, listen, that was some good basketball. My wife, she thought I was a bandwagon player at the time. I was like, it's not that I was bandwagon, but I just felt like that was some good basketball. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I respected for most of the time when they were playing. You were gonna see something exciting, So I say that to say, what was my point? Look, couldn't remember my point, but like I said, you are what? What you saying? I'm a hater. I ain't no hater, but to answer the question with what makes me take another team in, like in my experience, it was my wife. You know what I'm saying? She was interested in it, so I kind of gravitated towards that other team. Now, as a kid coming up, I just liked exciting play. You know, like I was a Green Bay fan because I was a Brett Favre fan. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And I was always a Hawks fan because Dominique Wilkins, I fell in love, you know, with them when they were there. You know, when Dominique was here, I was Hawks all day long. Even when, you know, when he was gone, but it was, the cement was already set. But that's what started me, you know what I'm saying, my wife. So I started liking Cleveland. And then I wanted to kind of be a hater, you know, to my father-in-law. But so that was my answer on what it would take to kind of turn me over, you know, on another team. But I'll say this here: if you're an exciting cat, if you're an exciting player, yeah, I watch you all day long. I wasn't no North Carolina fan, but they just always had a superstar that you wanted to see, you know. So now y'all ain't had a superstar in a while, not a super duper star.
No, we haven't. Didn't have one this year. You know, Caleb Love would show up, RJ Davis would show up, but we didn't have just a. No, Baycott was probably the biggest superstar, who now announced today he's coming back. By the way,
Okay.
But yeah, they haven't really had a superstar. You know, they recruit this number one recruit from South Carolina, G.G. Jackson, but he can go. He's the overall number one recruit, but they recruiting him hard. But who knows? They're gonna need that to get back. If they can bring in one star and not Baycott is staying, and so I mean the only person they're gonna lose is Leaky Black right now, but they're gonna use Manic too. So they're gonna lose two starters.
So is Herbert Davis or Hubert Davis, is he gonna be? I mean, did you approve of that coaching pick initially?
Oh yeah, I approved of it. Because he'd been there and been in the system. He's a former Tar Heel.
Yeah. I mean, he won one with them, right?
I don't think he won one with them.
He did?
I don't think so. I think they went to the championship, but they didn't win.
Okay. So you think that he can keep it going like the old coach did?
Right, but he showed he can this year. You know, they were kind of upsetting sometimes because they would win by 20 and come back in this game and lose by 20.
Yeah.
But it's like when they got to the tournament, it was they did have that one downfall against Baylor, but that's when Manic got kicked out the game. So he's gonna have to strengthen up the team, strengthen up the bench because they only played 6 players this year.
Manic, he's a junior.
No, Manic was a grad student. He came in. He only had 1 year.
Oh, so he gone?
Yeah, he gone.
Dang, I don't know why.
He came in because he played the majority of his career at Oklahoma.
Okay, is he gonna make it to the draft? You think he's gonna be in the draft?
I don't know. You know, he's a good shooter, but is he an NBA player?
He's not a lottery pick.
Oh no, he's not a lottery pick.
He said, "Oh no, not a lottery pick." So I can see him coming off somebody's bench at least, or a good role player.
He might come off somebody's bench. He's got a great shot.
Yeah.
He can flat out shoot the ball to be a big man.
Hey man, he made me a fan this year. He made me a fan. Yeah. That's what's up. So, that's what's up, man. I'm trying to think. You know, I got to get my, you know, like I said, my game up as far as, you know, I know the NBA draft and it's coming up, but I don't know, you know, who I'll be looking for. Who have they put out there as the number one pick?
I think a lot of people saying the number one pick is the kid from Auburn. I can't remember what his name is.
Oh, okay, yeah. They went out early, but
he's the forward. Yeah, they got upset because that was I had them picked to win it all.
Did you pick Auburn? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I won that. You know, you didn't do that right.
I know you got lucky and won.
Hey, G, you know, so you should have watched what I did. You know that's how you win that.
You was losing all along, and the fact that you had Kansas and nobody else did pushed you over the top.
Hey man, that's why I went here. You know what I'm saying?
No, you should have gone here.
Hey, look, I know G is heavily invested in the WNBA draft. Did you Did you watch the WNBA draft in terms of,
you know? Disappointed about that. They let Destin Henderson go down the second round almost, but the end of the second round. It's kind of upsetting.
Why is that upsetting?
Cause she proved her game in the championship game. And you try to say she didn't play that good all year round. She did play that good all year round.
Because you watched it all year round, but
yeah, I watched it all year round. Like I said, so went South Carolina guards, so went the team. You know, Aaliyah Boston, yeah, she was the boss, but if the guards were not hitting shots, then that means they could back up on Aaliyah Boston and double team her all the time because they had to worry about the outside shot. But the guards were hitting their shot, then they opened up the inside game for Aaliyah Boston. That's why she got all them double doubles.
I would say this here. When I watched that game, I guess now do you agree or disagree that Boston took a lot of the shine where, you know, these girls probably could have, you know, had I guess more weight in the draft or whatever, but at the same time, Boston, everything surrounded Boston. You know,
yeah, definitely. Well, Destin Henderson was the only one from South Carolina that left.
So they got everybody else coming back?
Everybody else is coming back except for her.
Okay. So you felt like though Boston got all the shine, you felt like she should have been a first round pick?
Who, Destiny?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she should have been a first round pick.
What other guard went ahead of her?
Well, there's quite a few guards went ahead of her, and G kept telling me she's better than her. She's better than her because we were texting back and forth during the draft. Every time they pick a guard, that was better than her, and so we didn't see eye to
eye. My favorite, like I said, I still go the girl from Iowa. You know, that girl can shoot. I like her, and I like Beckers. But they'll be back, and I'm hoping that they'll give you girls a run for their money again because they had a younger team. But I hope they gain a little bit more experience. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you know, South Carolina got a 5-star. They got 5-star point guard. They got hurt, so she didn't play this year. So she's supposed to be in the backup for Destin Henderson. So she should be back. So they could be pretty tough again.
So y'all got some more. You saying y'all got some more coming up? Some more bullets in the chamber.
Oh yeah,
that's what it do. That's what it do. So you talking about Pat Beverly? You talking about now? Pat Beverly is a defensive guy. Do you have a defensive player of the year?
A defensive player of the year. Wow, I didn't talk about that.
That's what I'm saying. Have we ever talked about a shutdown person in the NBA? Who has anybody like a tough guard to play? I got one person. I don't know if he should be the defensive player of the year, but I noticed like Gary Payton Jr. They put him in as a defensive stopper. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only one that I kind of watch with some interest. What other defensive guys do we have out there?
Wow, that's a good question. I can't really right now even think of somebody to say the defensive player of the year.
Somebody that can shut somebody down. It hadn't been in a while, but that's the only one I know that they'll put a heavy burden on to just don't worry about scoring, just stay in somebody's face. And I know we hadn't really talked about any defensive stoppers enough to do a little homework on, but right. I was kind of thinking about that, but I guess we'll come back to that. Did they fire Vogel yet? Should he be fired?
G and my brother posted something saying he's been fired,
but not
I hadn't seen anything on Sports Center or nothing like that saying he's been fired. I think that's more of them just wishful thinking and wishful hoping on their part.
Right. Should he be fired?
And I'm not a Laker fan. So, both of them said that he didn't exercise and use his players right. I don't know. When you go in the game, you're all NBA players. So when you go in the game, you get paid big time money to go in there and perform and play.
So your brother say he gone.
Yeah.
And then Galen, so he definitely is.
Yeah.
So go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, so I don't know how you can put it all on the coach. They saying that he didn't do a rotation right or whatever the case may be. But this is the same coach that brought him a championship. And then you hear him saying things about he didn't substitute right during that exclamation point championship. it's gonna always have exclamation point because it's in the bubble. But when they start losing, then it's the coach.
Right. Does LeBron James get any of this fault, any of this blame?
I think they were saying that LeBron got the blame because they thought that LeBron was concentrating more on trying to get the second place in the overall points total than winning games.
Straight up.
But I don't know if he's scoring a lot of points. To me, that means he's trying to win because he wants to score as many points as he can.
So we don't have no dog in this fight, right? With this whole Lakers situation. So let me look as people that's looking on the outside in. A little birdie told me that there's a possibility that Mark Jackson, that could be a Lakers coach. Can he turn that thing around? Is Mark Jackson the answer?
Well, it just goes like what you said in the past about players going to LA. Say you ask that question, is he a Laker? Nobody said anything about LeBron James, Lil John. But your question is about players. Is he a Laker? Is Mark Jackson a Laker coach? Does he fit that mold that they want? The minute he go in there and he doesn't substitute like these number one fans, Galen and my brother, then they be saying he needs to go.
He need to go. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Who in your mind? Who could be a Lakers coach? Who's a Laker coach out there? Somebody that can be a coach that's respected, that the players will listen to. Then at the same time, that can coach LeBron James.
That's the $24,000 question.
Yep. Who can coach LeBron James?
Who can coach LeBron James? And then what they go and then two, what they gonna do about the team? A lot of these players they brought in, I think, on 1 year deals. A lot of the oldie goldies. I think they brought a lot of them.
So we do know a lot of them old cats are gone, right? Like I said, we know Melo gone. Oldie but goodie, he gone.
Yeah.
AD should be gone. But okay, let's say this here. You said Mark Jackson? Lil John said your brother James said that Mark Jackson is great. So Russ got a 4-year deal. AD is still there. LeBron is still there with a host of guys that are coming around him. Is Mark Jackson the guy to coach them 3 guys right there? How you gonna coach street clothes and then a point guard? Could Mark Jackson, a point guard himself, make Russell Wilson a better point guard?
He's probably good, but they're saying that Mark Jackson is the best fit. But if Mark Jackson is the best fit, was Mark Jackson considered when they hired Vogel?
I think
if Mark Jackson is the best fit, then why has Mark Jackson been commentating so long and not been picked up by another team?
I think I ain't gonna lie to you. This is just personal with me. He was blackballed. He's been blackballed for the past, what is it, at this point, 8 years, 9 years. He's been blackballed because, now I don't know. They were trying to say it was a spiritual thing, his spiritual beliefs, but I don't know if Mark Jackson is the savior. They're looking for a coach to come and save that team, not come and coach them and build it up. They want somebody to come in and instantly win and save them that way. I don't think that's what Mark Jackson is. I think you need to find an ex-Laker, that understands the culture. I thought Tyronn Lue would have been the best guy, but they didn't give him a shot either.
Yeah, because he's coached LeBron before.
Yes, there you go. And I can see him kind of toning Russ down because he's an ex, guard himself, toning him down. That's where your problem is. It comes through your guard play. At least that's how I feel. You need somebody that can control Russell Westbrook. They allowed him. It was too many shots that didn't make no sense to me. But I don't know who's a good coach out there right now.
But speaking of Westbrook, though, but the other thing about that is that it's just whoever the coach is going to be, are they going to be able to get LeBron to let Westbrook be the guard, and not have a 6'8", 6'9" guard want to bring the ball up the court all the time. Let the guard be the guard. Let the point guard be the point guard.
Or worry about LeBron wanting to just worry about breaking the record, because I know he wants the scoring title, so you're gonna have to put that in consideration also,
Right.
So I don't know. G, you ain't said nothing in a minute, man. Who, outside of Mark Jackson, I know you thought that it was supposed to be him, but I mean, is there anybody else? James and already put his seal of approval on it. So we didn't real fast. Jason Kidd, who's at Dallas right now, he should have been the obvious pick.
Yeah, he was there. He was at the Lakers.
I'm saying he should have been the obvious pick, but did he do right by taking the job at Dallas? Because they're okay, but
But to me, he had to go when the opportunity arose, not knowing what's going to happen in LA.
So
I guess if they had done, if they had told him that you were the coach in waiting, and pretty much gave him some kind of assurance that you're going to be the next guy, then maybe he would have stayed. But I get the opportunity to stay here as assistant, not knowing what's going on, or I can go to Dallas and be a head coach again.
Facts. I got you on that. Man, the Hawks are rolling right now. It's 97-70. It looks like, I mean, if they well, I ain't gonna say that. It's just the third quarter. And listen, we live in Atlanta. So I apologize to the guys that are great, ball greats, but we're doing okay right now. Let me change that up. We're doing okay.
But I got a quick question for them Laker fans out there. Do they think if Mark Jackson is going to be the coach, do they think that will be approved, and will LeBron have his input also?
Man, that's a good question. So I guess in a nutshell, you're asking, how does LeBron James feel about Mark Jackson?
Mark Jackson, yeah.
You know what? I've never heard him say anything, terrible about Mark Jackson, but I know that the seal of approval came from Steph Curry. Steph Curry didn't want him to be fired, initially, but now, okay, did you hear about this? That LeBron James said that he wouldn't mind playing, with Steph Curry. Would he leave? Would he leave LA? Has he done this? Has LA run his course?
Oh yeah, if he saw an opportunity to do two things, and say I don't know if he can do it with Steph Curry. It just depends on who else is in Golden State. But I think if he saw an opportunity where he can get the scoring title and maybe win another championship, I think he'll be gone.
Woo, that's deep there, bro.
I think he'll be gone because, like you said, I don't think he's playing for LA, but I may be wrong for saying that, but I don't think his 100% loyalty is to LA.
It's to LA, okay. I've always felt that way. I've always felt that he still wanted to make some kind of miraculous, come back home thing, but I don't know where else he would want to go. But yeah, I've never seen LeBron James as a Laker. Because my opinion on what a true Laker is a little bit deeper than just coming on the team and putting on the gold and purple. You know what I'm saying? I've always looked at it. You gotta love it a little bit more than that. You gotta say, Lakers was my favorite team when I was a kid, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. But yo, man, it's 9 on the dot, man. I know G is still locked in, and at the same time, you know my story. Is there anything you want to add, bro?
Oh no, I think it's been a good show here that we had tonight. We focused on the NBA, which is what's going on right now. Got one game going on now, got another one coming on, and then we'll know we already know who the 7 seeds are, but now you got the next level of play after this game.
So the next game, who's playing next?
So the winner of this game will go to Cleveland.
Okay.
And then and then the winner of the next game will play the Clippers. We'll go to LA and play the Clippers.
Yeah. Yo, G, you said my bad. Ain't no bad, man. Listen, you showed us a lot of good stuff out there, brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G.
I was gonna tell him, it's not so bad. You know the deal. Family first, man. It's your date night, so hey, make it happen.
Right.
We got this covered.
Right. That's what we're here for, man. So at the same time, you know, people enjoyed looking at what you're seeing right now, which is a great game going on, the epitome of what Hawks basketball is. At least that's what we want it to be, you know. So I wish I could be sitting there too, you know.
I know that's right.
Yeah, so listen, everybody, I appreciate y'all kicking it with me and the OG. You know, holding it down while G is on date night, enjoying the festivities, which is the playoffs, and that's what we were talking about today. Hey, listen, we enjoy you being with us, James. My wife Kanisha. Like I said, if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. Let me see who was on here. Let me see. I think it was just us. We had a little following tonight, but yeah, it's all good. Let me see. I think that's Miss Mizimo, right? RGHT. You know, hey, appreciate it. Right, Little John, as always. You know, we're here trying to make it better. Like we always say on the stream, tell a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend. And then when they do tell a friend, tell them to hit that button and subscribe so we can keep this thing going. You got anything, OG?
Oh, the only thing I want to say is just remember we got a great show coming up Sunday. Quincy Carter's gonna be on the show Sunday, so you know, like Corey just said, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, and when you see that link out there, share it also. So, but you don't want to miss the show Sunday with Quincy Carter. So
it's going down, right. So y'all heard it from here. So with that being said, me, Big Chuck, Charlie, you know, we out of here. Appreciate it. Peace.
be out
Later.
later.